As media reckons with its historical treatment of women, Megan Fox is returning to the spotlight and getting her due credit. I'm Domity Pungo, and this is MTV News Need to Know. After leaving the spotlight for years, Megan Fox is back with two high-profile films, Till Death and Midnight in the Switchgrass, the latter starring her boyfriend Machine Gun Kelly. And as Hollywood continues grappling with the treatment and representation of women in the industry, Fox is now being hailed for speaking out against misconduct in Hollywood back in 2009, before conversations about this reached a fever pitch. In 2007, she got her big break in the Transformers franchise, making her a global star and a sex symbol. But later, Fox was publicly fired from the third film after comparing director Michael Bay to Hitler and accusing him of putting her and other actors' lives at risk during filming. She even said that sometimes the only direction she'd get from him was just be sexy. After she spoke out, there was industry-wide backlash. In 2009, Bay even posted a letter on his website written by 3 Transformers crew members trashing Fox. It said in part, Megan is the queen of talking trailer trash and posing like a porn star. And yes, we've had the unbearable time of watching her try to act on set, and yes, it's very cringeable. This was some 8 years before the Me Too movement encouraged women to speak up against bad behavior by men in the workplace. Fox's willingness to talk about mistreatment made her fodder for the misogynist culture of entertainment at the time, back when tabloids and paps were obsessed with taking down famous women. But celebrity culture in the 90s and early 2000s got fresh scrutiny this past year. Documentaries like Framing Britney Spears pushed a new understanding of women who were vehicles for the public to live out misogynistic fantasies, consuming their sex appeal, and then turning around and villainizing them for being sexy. Earlier this month, Fox opened up about a problematic interview she did with Jimmy Kimmel in 2009. Fox wanted to shed light on Michael Bay's harmful behavior, telling a story about how he sexualized her at 15 years old on the set of Bad Boy 2. But the crowd and the host didn't seem to grasp the gravity of what she was saying. Fox said that since she was underage, in a scene she couldn't be shown at the bar.
So his solution to that problem was to then have me dancing underneath the waterfall getting soaking wet. And that...
Perfectly wholesome?
At 15, I was in 10th grade. So
Wow.
That's sort of a microcosm of how Bay's mind works.
Well, that's really a microcosm of how all our minds work, but
Fox was sexualized and portrayed as one-dimensional to the point where it undercut her art. She had the opportunity to turn that perception around with Jennifer's Body, a film written by Diablo Cody. It's a satirical horror film that examines gendered relationships and archetypes. In it, Fox plays a possessed high school student who literally eats men. But when it came out in 2009, it was marketed towards young men against the filmmaker's wishes, with promos exploiting Fox's looks and particularly a kiss with her co-star Amanda Seyfried. After being bashed by critics at the time, who were predominantly cis men, the movie flopped. And a lot of men lamented that the movie wasn't more gratuitous, including a reviewer at the Baltimore Sun, who made comments about Megan's body and wrote, "No one is gonna like this movie for its brain." His review didn't age well. The film has become a cult classic in recent years, with viewers praising Fox's performance and the film's biting commentary on misogyny. But Fox disappeared from mainstream Hollywood roles for years to heal and gain confidence in herself once again as an actor. While outlets are calling Megan's comeback long overdue, her choice to leave the spotlight for so long is a reminder that for every rich and famous woman whose story of constant harassment comes to light, there are countless others who we haven't even gotten a chance to know, who are broken down by the commodification of their image and abused by toxic work environments. Fox's comeback is a reminder of how many women are pigeonholed and villainized for entertainment, and yet how some overcome in spite of it. I'm Domity Pungo, and that's what you need to know.